I'm not sure how many Americans can truly wrap their minds around and grasp just how big right-wing outlets are propagandists, right? Like, I really don't think they get it. They don't care even the slightest about the truth, about reality, about what's good for the country. They are just rank propagandists. So, Newsmax, One America News Network, Fox News, throw the Daily Wire in there and the so-called independent media outlets that aren't independent at all. I mean, these people are loathsome. They're loathsome. And with Fox News in particular, guys, they had to pay out $787 million in a fine. That's nearly $1 billion to, what is it, Dominion? I think it's Dominion, the voting machine company, because they defamed them and slandered them and lied about them. And they went all in on this bullshit about, a stolen election and smeared this company to the high heavens based on absolute fucking dick from total conspiracy cranks, right? And so they basically had to come. That payment is an admission. Yes, we lied to our audience's face relentlessly in the wake of the 2020 election. We know from Discovery, you had people like Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham and Sean Hannity behind the scenes. We're like, hey man, this Sidney Powell bitch is fucking crazy. Hey man, why are they lying so much about the election being stolen? We know it wasn't stolen. Tucker Carlson was saying stuff like, I hate Trump with a burning passion. Nothing good has come from the Trump era. Now, you'd have no idea that's what he's saying behind the scenes, because now, today, he still sucks off Donald Trump, right? He's an actor. He's not giving you real opinions. He's a fucking propagandist, okay? These are lying outlets. Now, I'm not a fan of the centrist outlets and the liberal outlets, but let's not kid ourselves here. The idea that they are equally as bad liars as Fox News and the right-wing outlets, that's just fucking preposterous. $787 million because they told clear lies that they knew were lies. So nobody should trust these people at all, ever, 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 okay? Well, guess what? Now, in the Trump era, everybody's looking around. They see what's happening. Everybody knows what's happening. Everybody knows he's warmongering with like 8 different countries. Everybody knows he's destroying due process in the Constitution. Everybody knows his economic policies are absolutely mental, and they're just steering this country into a ditch. But guess what? Fox News has stumbled on a new argument as to why you should suck it up, Buttercup, and shut the fuck up with your complaints about your 401k or about the market or about how you're struggling. Boo-hoo, you're struggling. Shut up. Listen to this.
And those 401k people who are depending, those retirees, all of that, just talking plain speak with them. Look, when this nation used to go to war, people in this country would support the war effort with their materials at home and making things for weaponry and all of that. We got to do 100% buy-in over this bumpy period. Just communicate.
Even for them, that's astonishing. You know it's bad because normally their move would just be to lie about the state of the economy. And they'd be like, look, some people say it's bad, but actually if you look at this indicator and that indicator and that indicator, actually things are great, bro. That is their go-to move, is just lie. Just pretend like the economy is better than it is. People will buy it if you give them certain data points. Like, just go out there and do that. You know it's bad, and you know it's about to be catastrophic when they're saying on Fox News, yeah, shit's fucked up, dog. Like, this looks really, really, really bad, and it feels really, really, really bad. But you need to suck it up, because remember, when we used to go to war, everybody would have to sacrifice in the country. So you have to sacrifice right now because Trump's a fucking moron, and he wants to do universal tariffs, which is economic insanity. Man, bro. I honestly, and again, this is a failure of my imagination, I really never thought we'd get to the point where even conservative media would look at an economy falling apart, a stock market tanking, job loss through the roof, everybody getting squeezed, and they'd go, hey man, this is necessary. Just deal with it. I never thought we'd get to that point, ever. Because again, the oldest trick in the book is like, take the indicators that look positive and say, these are the only ones that matter, so everything's actually great, right? Democrats do that shit all the time. But they literally can't find any economic indicators that are like, hey man, good times ahead. They know what we're dealing with here. They know. Because guys, conservative Republicans for the longest time, they were the most pro-free trade and free markets, right? So to them, they realize, hey, trade with other countries is good and it'll keep lower prices for consumer goods here at home. And that was the prevailing, wisdom on the right, and you couldn't find a single person on the right to say anything positive about any semblance of protectionism. Now, Trump is not only doing protectionism, he's doing the dumbest, most incoherent version of it, and they're like, actually, this is great, and you need to just, fucking deal with it, bitch. Please shut the fuck up. Stop complaining about, your wages. Stop complaining about the prices. Holy shit, y'all. Holy shit. One more time.
Those 401k people who were depending, those retirees, all of that, just talking plain speak with them. Look,
the 401ks who are planning on retiring. In other words, sorry, you can't retire. Tough cookies.
When this nation used to go to war, people in this country would support the war effort with their materials at home and making.
What's so crazy is that everybody knows this is completely and utterly self-inflicted by the stupidity of Trump, right? And in reality, I think it's purposeful that he's doing it because he wants the 1% to consolidate even more wealth, and the way to do that is to orchestrate an economic downturn. But look at how they're talking about this.
Things for weaponry and all of that. We got to do 100% buy-in over this bumpy period. Just communicate.
Could you imagine a scenario where a Democrat was doing impossibly stupid economic policies that were tanking the stock market, tanking the job market, raising prices? And we don't even need to... We had some inflation during COVID under Biden, and they would never shut the fuck up about it. They would never shut the fuck up about it. It was nonstop. Just, oh my God, this is crazy. Oh my God, the price of eggs. Oh my God, can you believe this? The price of milk, the price of this, the price of that. This is like treason. You're destroying the American people. You're destroying the American dream. And then now, knowing it's going to be even worse than that, way worse than that, they're like, bro, not even a big deal and stuff, bro. Just don't retire. You know what I'm saying? We'll just be open and honest with you and communicate that, you're fucked, but you should deal with it. Oh my God, bro. Stop watching these outlets. The only time you should be watching Fox News, One America News, Newsmax, Daily Wire, right-wing podcasters, the only time is when I am ripping them a new fucking asshole for you. Anybody who watches this shit and gets brainwashed by it, it's beyond the point where it's pathetic. I mean, truly, MAGA is a fascist cult, and if you still watch this shit and think they're giving you the straight dope, you're in a cult. The second you learned they had to pay out $787 million for being disgusting liars, and they knew they were lying, you should have said, why would I trust them ever again, ever, on anything? That's what you should have said. So they're still number one in news. They're not news, but they're still number one. Can you believe that? Is there just some percentage of the American people that want to be lied to? Is that what it is? You want to live in your fucking safe space where you're just fed confirmation bias all day, even though it's at the point where for you to still be deep in that bubble, you're basically the same as a Jim Jones cultist who drank the fucking Kool-Aid? Humiliating, man. Absolutely humiliating. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.